What is PCOS?
Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Menstrual abnormality is a common sign of PCOS. Include periods longer than 35 days, fewer than 8 menstrual cycles a year, failure to have a period for 4 months or longer. Cysts form in the ovaries. These cysts make it very hard to become pregnant.
In most cases, eggs are formed in the ovaries and travel through the fallopian tubes to the endometrium, allowing sperm to meet with an egg and form a zygote. But women with PCOS do not have a properly functioning reproductive system.
I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that means that, for me, it means I don't ovulate and I don't release eggs. It took my husband and I 2 years of trying to get pregnant, and during those 2 years I took Provera, Clomid, Femara, and Follistim injections, and also had IUIs.
Provera is a drug that is used to bring on a normal menstrual cycle.
Clomid is a drug that is used to induce ovulation in women who do not produce eggs but still wish to become pregnant.
Femara is also another drug used to induce ovulation.
Follis injections stimulate the ovaries to produce egg follicles.
An IUI is a procedure where active semen is inserted directly into the uterus. Did you want to give up the fight?
No, I never wanted to give up. But it was a very discouraging time in my life, and I would get very discouraged and would wonder if it's going to work, and didn't know how long I could keep going on some of the treatments before, my body said, I can't do this anymore, or we ran out of money. Financially, it's very expensive. I got very depressed during that time. I lost a lot of weight, and I also disengaged from life. I dropped out of a lot of committees I was on and a lot of volunteer things I did, and I felt very alone and isolated. Having infertility is something that's not talked about a lot, and it's really easy to feel like you're the only one in the world who's going through it. And then there's not a lot of even support from the medical community. The doctor that we saw was the only reproductive endocrinologist in central Iowa, so it limited our choices to even medical care.
Other conditions related to PCOS.
Infertility, which is being unable to produce offspring.
PCOS is the most common cause of infertility.
Obesity. Weighing more than is healthy. About half the women with polycystic ovary syndrome are obese.
Diabetes is a disease in which your body does not use or produce insulin properly.
Many women with PCOS are insulin resistant.
This is a skin disease characterized by dark wart-like splotches on the body folds, can be benign or malignant. This condition is a sign of insulin resistance.
The advice I would give to other women and couples struggling with infertility is, first, try not to get discouraged. It's really hard. But seek help and support. Talk to people about what you're going through. Don't keep it a secret. And don't settle for mediocrity. If your doctor doesn't know what's really going on with you or seems confused, seek another opinion. Oftentimes the specialist will only let you do a certain drug for so many times, like 3 or 4 cycles. So if you use up those times with a doctor who doesn't know what they're doing, then you've wasted those, and then you have to go on to the harder and more complicated drugs. So always do your research and seek a specialist.